hope this video clears a few things up. We should, instead of saying racist or racism, we should just say cruelty or cruel, because in order to be racist, you need to have resources. By what means am I going to be racist? How? What money will I use? What resources will I use? What advantages do I have that I can use against a group of people to be racist to them? I'm going to give you an example. That's like you're in prison and, there's 20 other people with you in this larger cell or whatever. And there's 3 guards assigned to this group of people here, including you. They can tell you when to get up. They can tell you when to lie down. They can shut the lights off. They can keep you from doing recreational. They can keep you from eating. They can keep you from going out into the main area, and just socializing. They can do whatever they want, theoretically. So who can be cruel in that situation? Can the guards be cruel, or can the oppressed prisoners who have no say in, when they come and go? Who's able to do it? This situation is a mirror of the United States, where there are people groups who are oppressed, who don't have access to certain connections, to certain, ways of making money. There are certain jobs that people of color are not going to get. And that's just true. You know what I mean? So in order to, and things like that, I could go on and on. There's so many examples, but things like that allow a certain person of a certain color, of a certain phenotype, to be racist because they have money to do it. They have resources and time and ability. They're able to do it. So the oppressed people can't be racist. And that clears up another thing if we say that, because in order to be, because there will be people who say, well, if I don't like black people who are racist, that's bad too. No, black people just don't like how they've been treated. There are some black people who will, and this is when the issue comes in. There are some, and I'm not just gonna say black, I'm gonna say just any people of color or oppressed group. If you're part of an oppressed group and you just blanket everyone who is of the group of your oppressors, so that's like saying somebody black just says everybody white is bad. That's what people don't like. So if you're gonna say that, don't say that. Just say, listen, I don't like the way I've been treated, and a lot of people don't. And because when you put such a fine point on it and you generalize, see, people don't like generalizations. And I think that's also part of kind of a programming, because according to the laws of whatever nowadays, you have to be able to, each individual needs to be tested for whatever it is you're saying, whatever characteristics you're putting on them. So if you say this people group is this way, people are going to be upset because you didn't go and physically see if everyone is like that. We got to be able to make generalizations, and people don't get so sensitive about that. Just know, okay, well, I'm not like that. This person thinks that everybody who is of my kind is like that, but I'm not. And that's it, and let them run into somebody who's not like that. But usually it's the fact that it's not been proven that, okay, there are good people here. They haven't seen it yet. That's the same thing as someone who's been in toxic relationships, and they haven't come across somebody who treats them well yet. So they make that generalization. So that's not really up to you to fight against what somebody is saying when they make a broad sweep like that. Just let them find somebody who's nice. Matter of fact, you be the person who's nice. Respond to them with kindness and don't fight against them. And then you'll show them that not everybody is like that. Because if you argue, you're just proving their point. And when I say argue, I mean like if you're aggressive or if you down them, and I'm talking to us too. You know what I mean? If somebody white says that black people are a certain way, you make sure your response is the way Jesus would respond. That's what you do. Then they'll start to see, oh, wait a minute, they're not all like that. So it starts with you. So don't argue with the person when they make a generalization. And the reason why we argue is because we don't understand what I just explained, that you need to be the example. This is why people, nothing better ever comes of society. Things just get worse because people think that it's not up to them to make the change. It is. It is. So this is your homework. If you see somebody make a generalization about a certain group of people, especially if it's your group of people, you be nice to that person. Treat them with kindness, even though, because it really just probably comes from ignorance, where they don't know the whole side of the story, or like I said, they haven't come across someone who proves them differently. You know what I mean? So think about that.